Sergeant Vargas stared out the troop carrier's porthole as his battered platoon geared up for another deadly mission. He seethed. Once again, humanity's fighters shed their blood for the Galactic Federation that deemed them inferior. This backwater moon, Cressida, meant nothing to Vargas. Just another piece in the great game between feuding alien empires, a game where human lives were mere tokens to be sacrificed. The Federation refused humanity a seat at the table, yet eagerly sent them to die in wars not their own. But defiance simmered in Vargas's heart. One day humanity would break its chains, no longer pawns to alien masters who saw them as expendable animals. The grim realities of this universe forged a fierce pride in the human spirit, determination to survive against uncaring cosmic forces. They would endure and have their reckoning. Vargas stepped off the carrier onto Cressida's icy surface, pulse rifle ready. This bleak, forsaken moonscape offered little strategic value, just a pointless tug-of-war between galactic powers. Vargas almost hoped they would fail this mission. Let the aliens face consequences of their endless warring for once. His platoon fanned out, breath frosting in the thin atmosphere. Vargas took point, leading them between jagged ridges towards their target, a deserted communications outpost. Once they secured it, the Federation fleet would move in, cementing dominance over this sector. Vargas signaled a halt at the base of a sheer cliff. Silently, they scaled the rock face using magnetic gloves and boots. Reaching the summit, he gazed down at the gleaming outpost nestled below. No defenses, no movement. This would be no glorious battle, just commandeering an abandoned site. Vargas turned to his troops, meeting each eye. These soldiers lived only to fight and die for unworthy masters, but loyalty bound them all. With a curt nod, they began their descent. Vargas and his troops moved swiftly through the outpost, securing it with little resistance. As expected, the site was long abandoned, another meaningless task completed at the cost of human life. Back aboard the carrier, Vargas's anger burned hotter. For centuries, the Federation had exploited humanity, promising technology and advancement in exchange for military service. But the gifts never came. Only more demands for human blood. How many had died for this wretched alliance that relegated mankind to disposable foot soldiers? How long would they keep fighting and dying in wars not their own? The Federation's promises of equality rang hollow, while humanity remained voiceless subjects. Vargas stared at the fresh-faced recruits, mere boys. They would be ground to dust by the endless war machine. The Federation cared nothing for them as individuals, only the power their numbers provided. No more. Vargas would sacrifice no more of his kind to the machinations of cowardly alien overlords. This mission was their last. He would soon send a message that would shake the Federation to its core. But as the carrier docked, alarms blared. This was no routine call. It echoed across all channels, resonating through every human ship in the fleet. Vargas had never heard this full mobilization alarm before in his many years of service. Only humanity's ships had received the signal, not those of the Federation's other members. Vargas's anger boiled at this revelation. Once again, mankind was being singled out while the aliens remained safe. But the unprecedented nature of the alarm took precedence for now. Within moments, the entire bay was alive with activity as human soldiers scrambled to stations. Troop carriers spilled their contents into waiting warships. Vargas's eyes narrowed. This mobilization was unprecedented. Had an unknown enemy emerged? Or had one of the galactic powers finally crossed the brink to war? Whatever the cause, this changed everything. Vargas rallied his troops as they locked and loaded. No longer did thoughts of rebellion fill their minds. For now, duty came first. Mankind would answer this call, as they always had. They probably would fight once more alongside aliens who did not value their lives. Perhaps this approaching crucible would finally forge humanity's rightful place in the stars.